Remember DeLorean, Pontiac, and Hummer? Once symbols of innovation and American automotive dominance, now just memories. But here's the shocking part. Even today's big brands could soon join them in the history books. In this video, we're diving into 7 car brands fighting for their lives in 2025. Will they survive the storm, or are they already circling the drain? Let's find out. Maserati. Once the epitome of Italian automotive luxury, Maserati is now teetering dangerously close to collapse. The brand that once stood shoulder to shoulder with Ferrari in terms of desirability has seen its U.S. sales crash by a staggering 37% in 2024, selling only 419 vehicles across the entire country. Globally, Maserati's numbers are just as bleak. Only 11,300 units moved, marking a 57% drop from the previous year. In its homeland of Italy, sales plunged 41%, showing this isn't just a regional issue, it's a global identity crisis. Maserati's problems run deeper than poor sales. The brand has failed to evolve or communicate a compelling reason to exist in today's competitive luxury market. Where rivals like Porsche are dominating with their electrified and high-tech lineups, Maserati seems stuck in the past. Owners complain about recurring electrical failures, transmission faults, and engine reliability issues. Combine that with high maintenance costs and severe depreciation, and you've got a recipe for desertion, even among die-hard fans. Even Ferrari and Lamborghini are now outselling Maserati with stronger brand prestige and better performance records. Ferrari delivered over 13,752 cars in 2024, and Lamborghini nearly matched Maserati's entire output. Leadership troubles haven't helped either. CEO David Di Grasso was fired in 2024 after failing to reverse the company's downward spiral. And with 25% U.S. import tariffs making these already expensive cars even pricier, Maserati's U.S. market presence is in serious jeopardy. Next up, a British icon that may soon be history. Jaguar. Once considered the gold standard in British motoring, Jaguar has entered a full-blown identity crisis. The company's bold move toward an all-electric future is admirable, but it's been anything but smooth. In 2024, Jaguar sold only 33,000 vehicles globally, an astronomical 82% drop from its high point of 180,000 plus units. In the U.S., just 13,210 vehicles found owners, a painful contrast to the brand's once strong foothold in the luxury sedan segment. Jaguar's struggles are due to a mix of self-inflicted wounds and global market pressures. As part of its reinvention, Jaguar eliminated nearly its entire lineup, leaving just the I-Pace EV in production. However, the I-Pace is aging rapidly and lacks the tech and performance to compete with Tesla or even legacy EVs from Mercedes and BMW. Analysts now predict that up to 85% of Jaguar's current customer base could be lost during this transformation. The situation worsened when Jaguar halted shipments to the U.S. in response to increased import tariffs, cutting off one of its few remaining lifelines. With dwindling models, rapidly declining relevance, and a vague future roadmap, Jaguar now risks becoming yet another brand romanticized in documentaries but absent from roads. Next, a gorgeous brand let down by its own engineering. Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo is proof that beauty alone isn't enough to survive in today's car market. Their cars may look stunning, with award-winning designs and aggressive European styling, but beneath the hood, Alfa's vehicles have become a cautionary tale of poor quality and unreliability. In 2018, Alfa sold nearly 24,000 cars in the U.S. Fast forward to 2024, and that number has plummeted to just 8,865 units. By comparison, Honda sells more vehicles in 2 days than Alfa does in an entire year. So what went wrong? Owners have reported coolant leaks, suspension failures, and constant recalls on even new models. These issues have seriously undermined consumer trust. Even the high-performance Quadrifoglio models, which feature Ferrari-derived engines, haven't been spared from frequent malfunctions and quality control failures. Alfa's reputation has now become one of beautiful cars that simply can't be trusted. The final blow? Parent company Stellantis has cut back the Alfa lineup, discontinuing the Quadrifoglio variants and leaving only uninspired trims in showrooms. With rivals like BMW and Audi offering superior reliability and technology, Alfa Romeo risks total extinction unless it addresses its deep-rooted engineering flaws. Next up, a once popular brand now running out of time. Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi used to be a household name, known for its affordable and reliable vehicles. But today, it's on life support in the U.S. The company saw a modest 25% rise in sales in 2024, but that only brought them up to 109,843 vehicles, a figure many rivals reach in less than a month. And worse, Mitsubishi recently decided to kill the Mirage, its most affordable and highest-selling model. With the Mirage gone, dealerships have been left with a skeleton crew of offerings, mainly the Outlander and the aging Eclipse Cross, which haven't seen significant innovation in years. Walk into one of Mitsubishi's 300 remaining U.S. dealerships today, and you'll find lots empty or filled with outdated stock. Without a competitive EV lineup or compelling hybrid options, Mitsubishi is quickly losing ground. The lack of investment in product innovation, coupled with a shrinking inventory and outdated platforms, means the brand is skating on thin ice. Unless Mitsubishi reinvents itself quickly, it could very well follow brands like Isuzu and Suzuki into the pages of American automotive history. Chrysler. Once a symbol of American automotive innovation, Chrysler is now a shadow of its former self. In 2024, the brand sold just over 140,000 units in the U.S., a dismal number compared to its heyday. But here's the kicker. Nearly 85% of those sales came from just one model, the aging Chrysler Pacifica minivan. With such a thin lineup and almost no new models on the horizon, Chrysler's future is hanging by a thread. When it comes to performance, Chrysler is stuck in neutral. The Pacifica and the outdated Chrysler 300 are the only options, and neither offers anything groundbreaking. The Pacifica Hybrid is competent, but outclassed by newer rivals like the Toyota Sienna. Meanwhile, the Chrysler 300, a sedan introduced in 2005, still clings to life with an old-school V6 and V8 layout that feels more nostalgic than innovative. No EVs, no cutting-edge hybrids, no exciting driving dynamics, just a company stuck in the past. On the exterior, the 300 looks like a relic from a bygone era, and the Pacifica's styling hasn't changed much in years. Inside, the cabin quality is surprisingly decent, but technology lags behind. Uconnect is still one of the better infotainment systems, but the lack of modern features and future-proofing is a deal-breaker for many buyers. With no crossovers, no compact cars, and no EVs, Chrysler feels completely out of step with today's market. From pioneering minivans to near oblivion, can Chrysler pull off a miracle, or is it next in line to join Plymouth and Saturn in the history books? Fiat. Fiat sells over 1.2 million vehicles globally every year, but in the U.S., it's a completely different story. In 2024, Fiat managed to sell just 1,528 cars in the entire country. That's less than what Toyota sells in a single day. This is both shocking and ironic, considering that the brand had a promising re-entry into the U.S. market back in 2011. In 2014, Fiat sold over 46,000 units. Then came the collapse. Fiat's performance in the U.S. has been marred by one word: unreliability. According to Consumer Reports, Fiat has consistently ranked among the lowest in reliability scores. Frequent breakdowns, low durability, and costly repairs have destroyed consumer confidence. Add to that a lack of innovation. Fiat has failed to produce competitive hybrids or EVs, a major misstep in today's market shift. Design-wise, the cars still have that charming Italian flair. The Fiat 500 is cute and quirky, but quirky doesn't sell anymore, not in a country obsessed with practicality and space. The interiors are cramped, basic, and outdated by modern standards. Fiat's U.S. lineup offers little value, and their failure to adapt to American consumer preferences, like the love for SUVs, means the brand is now a fringe player at best. From an underdog comeback to near extinction, Fiat's fall has been swift. But what about a brand that used to lead the charge in innovation and now can't keep up? Let's talk about Nissan. Nissan. Nissan was once part of the holy trinity of Japanese auto giants alongside Toyota and Honda. Today, it's struggling to stay in the race. The company's own CEO, Makoto Okita, recently called Nissan's current position extremely difficult, and that might be an understatement. The brand's U.S. operations are geared for an 8.5% market share, but they're limping along at just 4.5%, leaving billions in lost revenue on the table. The problem begins with a stale lineup. While competitors have moved rapidly toward hybrid and electric models, Nissan inexplicably sat out. Its sedans are dated, and its SUVs don't stand out in terms of efficiency, technology, or reliability. Nissan was late to invest in hybrid tech and hasn't introduced a groundbreaking EV since the Leaf. Now completely outclassed by rivals, their models now sit on lots collecting dust. On the exterior, the styling isn't offensive, but it's not memorable either. Vehicles like the Altima and Rogue look fine, but fail to inspire. Inside, it's a tale of cost-cutting, basic materials, slow infotainment systems, and a lack of modern tech features. As if that weren't enough, Nissan is now facing massive export challenges due to new tariffs, especially since it builds most of its U.S.-bound vehicles in Mexico. With weak sales, aging cars, and missed opportunities, Nissan's time could be running out. But what does Consumer Reports say about these dying brands? Consumer Reports consistently emphasizes the importance of reliability, innovation, and consumer satisfaction when assessing car brands. In the case of Maserati, Jaguar, and Chrysler, these brands have repeatedly received low scores due to poor reliability and a lack of innovation. Maserati's poor performance in both quality and sales makes it one of the least trusted luxury automakers. Jaguar's drastic shift towards electric models, while admirable, has alienated many loyal customers, making it a brand in turmoil. As for Chrysler, with limited options and an aging lineup, it's no surprise that its sales have plummeted. In short, Consumer Reports suggests buyers be cautious when considering these brands. Unless significant changes occur, their long-term viability is uncertain. Thinking about your next car purchase? Don't make a mistake. Explore reliable, future-proof models that will stand the test of time and bring you peace of mind. Check out Consumer Reports for detailed reviews, ratings, and expert recommendations to ensure you're choosing a car that's built to last and maintain its value. Make an informed decision and avoid regrets. Your dream car is waiting.